And welcome to the new look and feel 2017 index page. I'm extremely excited to get this rolling out. I know it's got huge potential, and I'm hoping that that the students will also find it a way of sort of getting themselves independent, having a space of their own, but also having access to everything they need to get a hold of as well. And this will come to light the more I go through this video. What you'll notice is I've kept certain things from the index page from last year, things that work, things that were still really good, and I've used them again. Moving down, the Google Links is the first thing we've kept, and like last year, if I click on any of these icons, it will take me to that area under my name. For example, Gmail and any of the Google applications. If I click on those, it will open up a brand new copy of that. So a Google document would be created, a blank version of that. Moving down to quick links, we had this last year. This is just a sort of an umbrella series of links that all staff need to have general access to and use on a regular basis. Overdrive is the new addition, which is something that I couldn't do last year with the old index page. I've called it Overdrive because essentially it sits over Google Drive and replicates, mirrors that within this web page. It's fully functioning, it's real time, so any changes made to any of these folders will show up on this instantly. It is all housed within Google Drive. You can access the global folder in Google Drive by simply clicking this link, and it will open it in Google Drive. And so any information that I add to training, help and support, for example, will show up under training, help and support in this folder system here as well. And you can work through, find documents, open documents up. It will open it up within the browser, so it's a lot quicker than working through Drive, because Drive is a very heavy cloud-based software to have open all the time. It really does soak up a lot of your memory, and it's fully functioning. So I can click on links, I can work through information. I can't add anything, so I can't edit text. But if I want to open this up in Drive, I just click on the little open on the top left-hand corner, and that will open up that document in Drive, which is really cool. So I can still get to all these documents within Drive. It's just a sort of I suppose a layer back, meaning I don't have to always open Drive, and it's also extremely well organized as well. I can also, by choosing files directly off my computer, I can add files directly in. Moving up to the right hand side, we've got instant messaging service. I am going to add a button here, so everyone, staff and students, must work through their Google accounts. They must click and authenticate their Google account before they can send messages. At the moment, if you send a message, it's still got your name and your information there. And teachers, I know a lot of teachers are probably going to worry about students putting on information that's probably things they shouldn't be doing at school, taking them away from the task at hand. If you notice any of that, you've got two options. One is to delete the message itself. Only teachers have access to these two functions. Students do not. And the other one is to ban them, and it bans them for an extended period of time. So by clicking on that button, I can ban this particular user, and I can, from my end, reinstate them when I feel the time is right. You can add YouTube clips in there as well. So we'll take this one for example. I can send a YouTube URL in, and it will insert or embed that YouTube video in the messenger service itself, and they can go ahead and watch that directly in there. And you can also add direct links as well in there, and that will be a fully functioning link within the messenger service as well. So I can go ahead and click on that, and it will open up that link, which is really cool. Everything else down there you can sort of work with when the time is right, but that's the main function of the right hand sidebar. Moving along, we've got the dashboard. So the dashboard, I suppose, is a sense of identity for students. It's a space where they can sort of add to, keep up to date with things. It comes up with birthdays. They've got access to their tasks, which we'll go over very shortly, but it's a whole bunch of different little widgets there that will apply to them. Moving across, we've still got the websites, all the websites there that they can work through, get access to all the AGHS websites. So forums, 3 different forums there, frequently asked questions and answers. If a student's got a question about something, they can pose it and someone can get back to them with an answer. Makes sense. Groups, students can create their own groups like what I've got here. So if they've got an area of interest, or they're doing an inquiry project or something where they need to involve a whole lot of the students, they can have a sort of a group area where they can share information. Members, another one. Members, just that. It gives you a list of the members that are currently members of this particular website. Wikis, students can now create their own wikis. They can create their own blogs and projects. And the beauty about these three things here, so we'll click on blog. Every time a new blog is created, so if you create a new blog, every time a new wiki is created, or every time a new project is created, a Google Drive folder is created with it. I think a better example might be project. And that allows them to have a folder which is embedded into that particular page that they can put information into, and it will always be here for this project. And by simply creating a project, you go through the process of a description and a title, and it's automatically added in there. So that's really useful for students, having one folder area basically attached to that project, so they're not having to have a whole lot of information all over the show. They can just house it within this project page, or it would be the blog or the wiki, whatever you decide to use. And to get access to those folders, because obviously you can only add here from your computer, so to get access to that folder within Drive, you would go back to the index page. You would open up the link to the Google Drive folder. You'd only need to do this once. They are housed under project, wiki, and blog folders. You would find the folder you're looking for. So in this case, it was, if we go back to projects, it was called project created. So if I go back, they are there. It was that one there. So I can go ahead and open that and add information in there. What I can do is I can, as if I'm a student or a staff member, I can actually change the share settings, so I don't want it open for everyone to see. And I can also take that out and add it to other areas of my Drive, so it doesn't have to house itself in here. It's just a folder that was automatically created, and this is where they're stored to start with. So you would go back in here and then add it to wherever you want within your drives, and then add information, and every time you come back to your project, you can obviously see that information as well. So opening it up, project members gives you information of when the start and the end date is, timelines, etc. I can add files, to-do lists, quick edits, comments we can comment on, or they can comment on each other's posts. And basically, if you've got an umbrella title for it, it comes under virtual learning environment. And so this would be an entire virtual learning environment with a whole lot of sort of subcategories like index pages and dashboards, etc. within it. So look, get using it. I've got a lot of faith in this being an absolute gem for us this year, if it's well utilized, installed within the classroom and around the school. So I hope you do the same. And as always, if you've got any questions, feel free to get in touch with me, and we can go from there.